In today's world, keeping your accounts, data and personal details secure should be a top priority for everyone. From using a VPN to two-factor authentication, it's important to protect all the accounts that you have. But if you're like me, then you probably end up forgetting passwords for accounts that you don't log into frequently, and it leaves you trying again and again before you eventually hit "I forgot my password," enter a new one, and it says "new password cannot be old password." And you know what? I've had enough of this. So when NordPass reached out offering to sponsor a video, I couldn't have been happier to solve this problem. NordPass is the easiest way to secure all of your accounts, credit cards and private notes, all in a stress-free and minimal looking platform. Built for every major operating system including Mac, Windows, Android and iOS, you can get complete coverage over all of your devices without missing out on a single one. The free version offers one device at a time for registration, and that's not bad if you're used to using a single device every day, for example your smartphone. The premium subscription, however, offers you the ability to cover 6 devices all at once, meaning you'll never have to worry about passwords again, no matter what device you're using or where. Getting started with NordPass is as simple as logging in with your Nord account, setting a master password and adding all of your passwords either manually or automatically from an external source like your browser or a different password manager. All the accounts and logins that you add are neatly displayed under the Logins tab within the NordPass app. And it's especially nice to be able to rename each account, so if you have multiple accounts for one site, you can make it easy to distinguish one from the other. Passwords can be separated into folders so you can organise social networks, mail, shopping and basically anything you want into its own category. And the folders appear on the sidebar, which makes it especially easy to quick launch a site. If, like me, you've wanted to share a login with a friend to let them use a Netflix account or a different service, then how do you go about doing that? Because sending that over traditional text or an email or Instagram or, any other social networks isn't exactly the safest way to do it. But with NordPass, you can send a password with more secure encryption, so you don't have to worry about the security of your accounts. A password shared from in NordPass will be sent to your friend as a secure email, with a link to import it to their NordPass account. This is one of those features that you may not use very often, but it comes in handy when you need it, and it ensures that when you share your account, the security isn't compromised. For someone like me, with my YouTube account being the most important online account I have, I used to worry about how secure my passwords actually are. Now I can have a password set to something that would be nearly impossible to guess, and also nearly impossible to remember. So in that regard, I know that it's secure. But when it comes to actually logging in and knowing the password, I don't have to. NordPass has a convenient browser extension available for Firefox, Opera and Chrome that autofills your passwords into the sites that you've saved them for. So logging in is no more difficult than it ever was before. Now I'm sure that everyone during this lockdown has been a little bit bored, and if you're anything like me, then you probably wasted your time on projects that will never see the light of day after this lockdown, like the Raspberry Pi server that I tried to build and failed, which is where the Secure Notes feature comes in really handy with NordPass. As a great place to store your Wi-Fi passwords, IP addresses, insurance details, or anything that you'd rather keep secured, the Notes function is really great. It follows the same folder functionality that the logins follow, meaning you can put notes alongside logins in the folders you create. It's a great addition that pretty much everyone will have a use for. Personally, I keep all of my Wi-Fi passwords within there so I can easily access them if ever I'm setting up a new device and I can't remember, the domain for my website hosting, all of that kind of stuff that doesn't actually connect to a specific domain, but it's something that you can use, it's all in there. And if you thought it stopped there, then you'd be wrong, because the last category for storage is the storing of credit cards. Now I won't be showing you the cards that I've added because that would be just a little bit stupid, but what I can say is that I feel a lot happier trusting NordPass's Chrome extension to autofill my cards than I do Google's autofill. After all, the high standard of encryption, the 2-layer password login, and the 2-factor authentication for NordPass is a whole lot more secure than my Google account. And even though Google have taken good steps to ensure the security of your data, I'd rather have the maximum level of security possible, which is exactly what NordPass offers. Once you see all of your passwords in one place, it might be shocking how similar some of your passwords are, even if by accident you may have set the same password with the same email address for a completely different service. This was the case for me when I got started with NordPass, and thankfully they have an easy way of fixing that through their password generation features. Just choose a platform, click generate password, and it will create a crazily secure looking password for you. You can choose the length, the type of character used, and even choose to avoid ambiguous characters. Of course, you will have to change it on the site that you're logging into, but it's still a handy feature to have. I would only suggest doing this if you're on the premium subscription, because otherwise you're going to be trying to remember these crazy long passwords, and if you don't have access to the device that's registered on the free account, then you might end up getting locked out. But thankfully, if you have the premium subscription, you can do your passwords on any device that you're registered on, and by doing that, you can keep your accounts extremely secure. The concept of a password storage vault like NordPass was a little unusual a few years ago, but NordVPN has become one of the most trusted VPN companies in the world, and the cybersecurity experts who made NordVPN also made NordPass. Just look at their website, where the technology has been vetted by people like Cure53 to show just how secure your passwords are within NordPass. And by using quite literally the latest and greatest encryption algorithms, NordPass is arguably on the cutting edge of security for your data. And best of all, your passwords are encrypted before they get sent to NordVPN servers, so if by some extremely unlikely chance NordPass were to be hacked, your passwords wouldn't be compromised. So whether you're shopping online and trying to find the best price for the same product over all the different stores you know, or if you want to log into your account on a new smartphone or laptop without trying and forgetting, then NordPass can make it all work seamlessly. And for £2.49 per month, it has made my life on the internet just that little bit easier, and it's just making things a lot more convenient and a lot more secure.